What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shock and the Nicest Hedgehog here with our Sunset Final Week 11 Team Builder. Finally, yeah. And yeah, we're still 6-3. We have yet. I actually hold on. I may have said this in the Week 10 Team Builder about potentially having a forfeit win or not. I can now confirm it for you guys that actually I can probably confirm it in the battle, but I'll probably just say it here as well. We did pick up a forfeit win over against Gannon's team. Mostly for the fact that Gannon, I think, has either dropped or has just not really cared about the league anymore. So and then pretty much two coaches have completely dropped from the league entirely. So, and there's now, it was going to be top 8, and there was 12 of us. Now there's 10 of us. So only 2 people are getting knocked out of playoffs, and with 6 wins, I'm pretty confident that we will not be knocked off. So we're pretty much going to playoffs. We still do have my week 10 game to play, which I don't even know if I'm going to win that game, to be honest with you. But we still have a chance to increase our ranking. But we're going against the number 1 team in the league, and when I mean number 1, I mean number 1 for 2 reasons. 1, you're about to see the team that this man has, and 2, he's only lost 1 game this season. So, yeah. But we're going against the Cabalian Cucks and Sid. If you guys are excited for this team, leave a like, haven't already, subscribe if you are new, and join the Shocker crew today because you'll be dealing with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's break down this matchup. So my opponent's team has a busted team of Urshifu Single Strike, Tapu Lele, Vaporeon, Swellow, Sceptile, Rotom Heat, Zygarde 10%, Frostlash, Trapinch, Mega Aggron, Weezing. Looking at this matchup, there's, I think, pretty much any and all Pokemon could come. For the least likely of potential brings, I don't think Weezing comes. Weezing doesn't do too much versus me, I feel like. I don't know if it does that anything that important in per se. Mega Aggron, I feel like, kind of doesn't come. There's a lot of my team that can kind of beat Aggron 1v1. Trapinch possibly could come as just being trapping, but I generally do not think Trapinch can really beat me 1v1. But it could be something he wants to bring in case he's really concerned about something. Frostlass has potentially good chances to come with Snowcloak because of the fact that I am bringing Hail, and the fact that he can use Snowcloak because he does not have a Hail team himself. He legally use Snowcloak against me, so there's that. So definitely something to kind of keep note of that, and it's gonna be annoying if that's the case. Then there is his Zygarde 10% easily can come. Zygarde 10% is stupid. It's annoying. It's very offensive. It's very defensive and everything like that. I just don't know what can be stopped, what can be brought. I don't really know. So, excuse me. Oh my goodness. And Zygarde 10% could be Bandit, Scarf, Dragon Dance, potentially Yachi. I don't know. But I don't know if it's got the strongest bring because of it. Also, if I'm sounding a little out for my little out here with team building and stuff like that, I'm still somewhat a little tired. I mean, I've been trying to get some sleep, and I'm gonna try to get some sleep more. Try to take some naps later today. So, excuse me. But I'll just do what I do. So yeah. But for the top 6, he's 100% bringing Lele Urshifu. That literally has no drawback to be brought every single week, and literally just murders my team. He's definitely going to be bringing Scarf Urshifu to outspeed some of my things that could be Scarfers, anything that I max speed on. So 100% expecting Scarf Urshifu. I'm expecting either specs or potentially a boosted item of some sorts and everything like that. We have Lele. Vaporeon, do expect it most likely be physically defensive slash somewhat specially defensive, but more physically defensive for some of the things. And it has to come to stop Arctivish. Swellow's just a massive problem versus my team. Spec Swellow, I have no good switch-ins to. If it's Gut Swellow, it's a little less of an issue. But again, Spec Swellow is a problem. I only have very few answers to Spec Swellow at all. So, yeah. Very, very little answers to that. Sceptile, I do think comes, even though it kind of doesn't have a good matchup. It kind of still does for that reason. because of the fact that it does get access to um things like Yachi Berry, which would be really good. It can be setup variation, stuff like that. I think it also could be wider with scale shot if it goes for that and everything like that. So, and I do think maybe the Rotom will be the last one because he needs another answer for Celesteela because the Celesteela answers aren't very limited to things like Vaporeon and stuff like that. And it's just going to be very interesting for his team to have to deal with it. So, yeah, again, I'm sorry if I'm out of it a little bit when it comes to the team building aspect. I don't know why. I'm just a little tired or something like that. I don't know. But let's break down the team. So I decided this week we're gonna bring somewhat semi fun stuff slash creative slash somewhat serious because again we could potentially have to face him again in the first round of playoffs unless no it can't be that one thing. So yeah, but I generally think um our sets are going to be a little weird, but I think can actually put in a lot of good work. But we're going to kick it off with Fire DK, who we have not really used, and I'm a little sad we haven't really been able to use DK at all this season. I still don't get me wrong, I love Darmanitan. I love him to bits, and I will always love him. He will be forever remembered for his amazing work he did in WC season finals that won us that championship. So what I'm ultimately going to do is I am just going to bring him this week because he actually has a good matchup this week as well. But we're kicking off this with Darmanitan, U-turn, Flare, but Trick, Superpower. Honestly, I didn't know what to really put for a fourth move, so I just put Superpower there just for, you know, Superpower. But U-turn for pivoting, Flare Blitz because we can just pretty much murder about everything on his team, so it's really good. Trick is really there to kind of cripple things like maybe the Vaporeon. We could trick to cripple down potential the oh excuse me um Vaporeon or potentially the Rotom Heat as well. I don't know why I was blanking on those names. I don't know why, but there's that. So definitely something to note with that. We are running Max just to speed tie with Lele. And also this concurs if he'll be faster. Well, I'm not. The reason I didn't go Scarf in this matchup is because I felt like Scarf was not really that necessary for this week. But I just generally felt like this was kind of the game that Bandit just seems so fair and so free. Excuse me. Oh, but yeah, Darmanitan does well. And again, I do apologize for how I'm doing my team builder here, guys. But I'm extra bringing Celesteela here with Meteor Beam, Air Slash, Autotomized Flame Thrower, 8 HP max. Oh yeah, we're 8 HP max special attack and 248 speed with the timid nature. Now I am running a pretty much max speed Celesteela because I'm going to be making sure I am faster than Choice Scarf Urshifu. That is the whole design of this thing. Now, Power Orb Meteor Beam works in two good ways. It works in one good way that it will kill and body the whole idea of things and everything like that. If Rotom does not come and we get Swellow instead, we can kill Swellow with this easily. We can kill it anything else. I only have Meteor Beam on here just to make sure I get that +1, and then I can start going for +2s. I can go and get some damage going right now. I am running Air Slash over Flash Cannon for our stab choice, and I'm not bringing any grass coverage. Now, you can definitely say that's very questionable of me to do, and it's very risky for me to do because there's a Vaporeon there. But the more and more I looked at it, and the more and more I saw Mega Aggron being a potential problem, I didn't want to chance it. So I am running Flamethrower just in case Mega Aggron does come. Flamethrower is also a safer move to go into and knock out things on his side of the field that I don't really need to risk. And Flamethrower is also a really good ship at +1. +1, it can take out anything I really want, which is really good. So I might risk it and put Giga Drain on here. Because if I do that, then I can pretty much just beat his team, essentially. The only problem would then be I don't have much for the Rotom. So I'm going to think about it, about the Flamethrower, and either add either Flash can, not Flash can, either add Giga Drain or something else potentially. But for right now, this is the set. But the basic design of this thing is to be faster than everything on this team except for any potential unburden or +1 mons like the Zygarde or anything like that. We are only faster than the Urshifu with the Scarf. So hopefully the Tilted Towers comes in. It's been our, I think, our second or third MVP mon of the season. So really happy about that. Up next, we have ACDC here, our Thunderous, which I've actually really enjoyed. I think it's also within our like top 4 or top 5 in the best team members we've used this season. It's essentially been able to come to every single game because it's just so reliably good, and I think it's definitely one mon I'm definitely going to try using more. But we have Agility, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Nasty Plot, 144 HP to give us that odd number of HP, 40 in the defense, 56 special defense, 16 speed, and max special attack with the modest nature. I did not bother to speed creep or anything. I am only faster than Choice Scarfed Urshifu. So basically, once I agility up, it's GG at that point. I do have Focus Blast on there for two reasons. One, it hits Aggron harder, and two, it gives me a way to hit the Zygarde if it does come. Now, if I get a chance to set up a agility, which I can pretty much always guarantee do, but if I can set up a nasty plot, I can essentially win this game with Thunderbolt. There is no switching. Because with agility, life orb, max special attack, even if unless he's got HP investment, with no HP investment from his Urshifu, Thunderbolt clean KOs. With slight HP investment, which he's gonna probably have, I'm pretty sure Thunderbolt was still gonna KO unless I get absolute max low roll. But honestly, Thunderous is the potential win con here. Now, here's the best thing. He's definitely not forced to run Sucker Punch on his Urshifu, which is incredibly good for us because Lele has this ability where it can't use Pokemon that are on the ground, like physically on the ground, cannot get access to priority. So Urshifu can't use Sucker Punch, which is one of the things that I think a lot of people they may like the combination of Lele and Urshifu, but it hinders Urshifu's ability to run priority, which is one of its kind of hidden traits that it can do in most matchups. So I honestly think Thunderous here can put in a lot of work and could simply win us the game, and we can position it correctly. Up next, we're bringing our Auroras here. We're actually going to be running the Light Clay this week. Now, Light Clay is kind of more important this week than it is anything else. But we are running Auroras here with Aurora Veil, Earth Power, Freeze Dry, Ancient Power. And surprisingly enough, guys, these things are chillier with 8 or 9 kills within just the span of 3 to 4 games that it's come. I don't know how I'm done so well with Auroras, but this is just a hidden gem that I really did like and enjoy, and I can see why my good buddy Zach loves it. But we're running the moveset we already said. I'm running Ancient Power just so I can be able to hit the Rotom. All I really kind of needed in this matchup was just Freeze Dry and Earth Power. This hits about everything I've seen for super effective neutral damage. I'm not running Blizzard, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I don't think I really need Blizzard. The whole idea with this set, though, is to run Aurora Veil with Light Clay, because he has no way to stop that from happening. And that's the main goal with this set, is to do that. But we're running 104 HP for our bulk, max special attack, and enough speed to outspeed his bulk. The highest bulky mon he has is Rotom with 208 speed with 0 speed investment. And that's what I decided to speed creep for. So that way if Rotom for some reason comes in as I either click Freeze Dry or Ancient Power, and depending on that, I get free Ancient Power Chip. And if I get the stat boost, oh baby, that would be really, really good. Because then I can outspeed not exactly Scarfers or anything like that, but it gives me a lot more speed control, and I think it could maybe make me outspeed everything depending on stuff. But the whole idea of setting up Light Clay, we're gonna pull a Kyle A strat, and that's what I'm talking about. Some of this weirdness. That's what the whole idea with, you know, some of this. This is the one set that's the most maybe somewhat not questionable stuff like that, strategy kind of sets and everything like that. But we're bringing a Kyle A somewhat set. We're not running a Aurora Veil in this one itself, but we're running a bit of a Kyle A set with Weakness, Policy, Artifice, which picked up, I think, 6 kills when Kyle brought that in a match for a league. And let's see if we can try to pull that off, man. We're going to run this. We're running 160 HP, max attack, 24 defense, and 116 speed with a naive nature. Very, 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 very risky nature on this one. Very risky on this one. I did not want to run Jolly because I needed Freeze Dry. I didn't want to run anything that could be lower or anything like that. So I didn't want to take my chances. but we are going to run the Slush Rush set. I didn't want to go full Hail because he could easily counter for Hail because he's going to definitely have Protect on Vaporeon and stuff like that. I didn't really want full Hail control in this matchup just because Hail does not do anything. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, the Arctozolt Artifish duo I don't enjoy using in Hail. I think Sandslash is the superior Hail abuser regardless. Maybe I'm just not good with hail, and I haven't really been doing good with hail lately. So I think I definitely need to stop using hail for quite a long while until I know how to go with it. But Artifish here with Freeze Ray, Vicious Rin, Facade, Super Fang. I I decided to go with Facade just in case he wants to try to burn me with something on his team or toxic me. So I thought that would be really good. Freeze Dry really just there for the Vaporeon. I'm pretty much just gonna be spamming Vicious Rens. Vicious Freeze Dry is also really nice for things like the Sceptile. But again, I'm just going to just spam Fish's Rens, which is really, really good. We have Super Fang to chip down that Vaporeon so it can't get full recovery, so it stays around 50%, and then we can hopefully be able to two-shot that thing with Freeze Dry, or get a surprising KO on that with a crit maybe, or something like that. I don't know. And last but not least, we have the one Mon who has been kind of struggling to put a lot of work for us on this season. We have Gallade here, a Crusader here with Drain Punch, Cycle Cut, Poison Jab, and Substitute. Now, why am I running this specific set instead of any type of setup variation like most Gallades out there have? I've been showing people I bring Bulk Up or SD Gallade every single week, and I'm going to change it up. We're going to run 3 attacks Gallade because I do not feel confident being able to set up in this matchup. And the reason why I say I don't feel confident to set up in this matchup is because there is Roar Vaporeon. There is potential red cards he could have. There is potential just anything he can do to swap me out and stuff to just outspeeds me and stuff like that. I did not feel comfortable with the option of trying to set up, especially since I can't run priority, I can't run this and that. So I decided, you know what? Let's do a safe bet. Let's run sub. Sub's decent in this game, but it's not going to be the worst thing in this game. But we're running Mega Gallade here. We're sub 3 attacks. We are faster than both Urshifu and Tapu Lele, so if they're scarfed in any shape or form, we'll know that. I do not expect Lele to be scarfed. Lele cannot be scarfed this matchup, looking at the team I have. I just really don't think Lele makes the most sense to be scarfed, because if it's locks itself in Psychic, I have a Crocodile, I have a Celesteela right here. Moonblast, I can't really do that because I arguably have Darmanitan, I have Celesteela, I've got Roserade. Like, there's so many things that he can't lock himself into, so I don't expect him to be that. I can see him being Choice Specs, however, because then that can just do a lot of damage versus my team, and then Celesteela would be my only answer to it. But ultimately, I just think Mega Gallade here also just really puts in a lot of If we get the plays right, and we can get rid of that Lele right out the get-go, that would be huge for us. But yeah, that's going to be the team. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we have 100% clinch playoffs. I think just my week 10 in this game is just going to determine where I get put. So it's just gonna come down to that. But that's gonna be it for me, the team builder guys. If you like, you haven't already, subscribe if you are new. Sorry I wasn't really into it, and sorry it was probably really, really long. I just was tired, and I don't know why I was just blanking on stuff. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.